Hi, you're watching Construction Gaming and welcome to Marwell Manor on Farming Simulator 19. This is the superb map by Oxygen David that I've chosen today to look at the Anderson DLC that's just been released. But more specifically I want to look at the Bale Collectors, or the self-loading Bale Carriers. We've got 4 brand new Bale Carriers in the DLC, and I was quite excited to learn that we're getting new Bale Carriers, as the ones we've had in game for quite a while now, while they were okay, they had their flaws. The Ursus T127 could only carry 8 round bales, which isn't a huge amount, and while the Arkisin Auto Stack can carry 16, I never used it to carry wrapped bales. I just didn't think, I've never seen a video of one carrying wrapped bales, and I just think that these chains here, which are used to lift the bales onto the trailer, would rip the wrap to shreds. So I've always decided never to use this. I just didn't think it would be realistic to be loading wrapped bales with chains like that, but it is good for bales that aren't wrapped, and 16 is not too bad. But these new trailers are just a step up. If we take a look in the shop to begin with, no, it's not the shop, that is the shop. We take a look at the 2 square bale carriers, the RBM 2000 and the RBM Pro 2000. No, that's wrong, isn't it? Yes, it is. The Stack Pro 7200 and the TSR 3450. You can see there straight away difference in price. This one can carry 16 bales, like so, with its lifting arm there, and this one is 14 bales. I mean, it's quite a step up in price just for an extra 2 bales, but the technology required, I suppose, is that much more advanced. We'll take a look at how the bales are lifted shortly, but what I wanted to look at to begin with was the RBM and the RBM Pro. 2 different round bale carriers, but both can carry 24 bales, which is interesting. This one, which is a lot cheaper, £50,000 looks a similar collection system to the Ursus one, where it's just an arm and it brings it up and onto the trailer, whereas the Pro seems to be a lot more technically involved, and just looking at it, picks up bales in different orientations. Now I'll explain that now by jumping in to the JCB, and we'll take first the, which one? The standard RBM. Let's get that hitched up, and then I will whisk it over to the field and I'll show you this one in action. Right, we're in the field now with the RBM 2000, and I'm going to take a look at the controls, and it is B, as with the standard Ursus, and you can see there we've got the bale collector. I've got 2 different types, well, not different types, but 2 orientations of bales here. The ones that I'm going to pick up first in the pink wrap have been made using the Kun FBP baler and wrapper, and this puts the bales on there on the side like this. So if I go around, I'm not sure if I'm going to get it to the level. Yeah, I think it will do actually. I haven't used this before, so I'm learning as I go. Let's see if we can pick this up without crashing into the tree first. Let's get that there. And it extends and puts 3 in a pile like that, and then pushes it back so we can go and get the next a lot of 3 bales. It's quite a long trailer, so it is quite difficult to manoeuvre. But if we get that in there, and for some reason the sensitivity of my controller just seems to be really sensitive. It must be something with the 1.3 update. But there you can see you've got the bales on the side like this, and it basically quite a simple operation, and then it's got a bit of a extender there which just pushes it up and over so it can stack 3 at a time. So if I just fold that up for now, and then I will whisk over and get the Pro. Right, I'm in the field with the RBM Pro now, and if we just take a quick close up, you can see this level of sophistication in that arm is a lot more complex than the other one. If I just unfold it, begin operation, you can see this one has it's almost like a hand goes out and grabs the bales. So these bales have been made using just a standard bale wrapper, separate bale wrapper. I actually used the new one that we get, which is the Anderson RB580, but you could equally use the Ursus ZB586. And what they do is they put the bales on the flat end, which is good because it stops the bales rolling around the fields. But as you can see, it just requires a different collection method, which is a lot more complicated, hence the different cost of the trailer. So if you collect that there like that, I do like that collection action there, it is quite fancy, and then it pops it up there like that. So you can see why the cost is different, just because of the complexity of picking up bales that are on the side. Now obviously the benefits are, like I just mentioned, that the bales don't roll down the field like the ones which have been just placed on the sides do. They have a tendency, if there's a hill of an incline of any type, they just decide they're going to roll off, whereas obviously these do not. But you're going to have to pay a bit extra for the trailer. Now actually, if I just stop that right there. Now what you could do with the old Ursus trailer is, if I just unfold that and look at this bale which is end on, if I go up to it, will it collect it? And it will collect it, but it's not very realistic at all. It just orientates it. So it depends really on the level of realism that you usually play with. I mean, this trailer is obviously a lot cheaper and simpler, and it will collect bales which are end on like that, but it's not very realistic. Whereas this obviously a lot more complex, looks quite cool though, and obviously it's more realistic to be picking up bales that are end on with this version of the bale trailer. Like so. Both can carry 24, so I think basically it just comes down to personal preference how realistic you want to play the game. So these are the 2 round bale trailers. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some square bales, and then I will get the 2 square bale trailers over to here and we can take a closer look at those. Right, so back in the field, I've got some square bales prepped, and I'm here with the standard 14 bale pickup trailer. If I just press B and unfold like that with its funky robot arm, if I line myself up with a square bale and see how this works. So that goes on. A funky platform thing going on. no rear wheel wheel steering. So it is quite tough to turn around. It's quite a long trailer. That's quite a nice action there, I think, with that. If I just come along to one more, so the bales are only being stacked too high. Right, so we'll get a couple more. We haven't got that many square bales. Obviously it will pick up hay or straw, but I'm just focusing on the wrapped bales today, because unlike the Arcusin trailer, this doesn't use chains. Obviously it uses this mechanical arm to gently pick up and place the bale. So I believe, although I'm not sure if it would, but from the looks of it, you can pick up wrapped bales without ripping the foil to shreds. So that is one benefit of these trailers. So just turn that one off. Go to the Pro now. Again, same B to unfold. Same sort of arm. Let's see if we've got enough bales left. I've got a few. The yield on this field wasn't particularly good. I haven't fertilised it or done anything else to it. So chuck that one on there. This time just goes straight flat onto the trailer. Pick another one up. We've only got one more, but hopefully we should be able to see. So this time it's stacking them on the sides, which is better for when you come to actually unload them in your farm. Now the benefit of square bales obviously is just the ability to stack better, and they're just a lot more tidy, especially if you're using them for animal feed or anything like that. They're just easier to handle, and they just produce a nice square stack which saves space. So they get stacked like that. If we just fold that back up, that's all we've got for square bales. But if I line it up alongside the other one, you can see the difference there. So this one can hold 16 square bales, the other one can only hold 14. Obviously that's going to be a much better stack when you come to the farm. But I mean, this one isn't too bad. The price difference, if we take a look, is substantial. So it just, obviously you do get benefits. You get the benefits of 2 extra bales and you get the better stack, but then you've got to pay that much more for it. So it comes down to personal choice. Both really good trailers. This DLC is really quite good. I'd like to explore some of the other things that you get with it in a future episode, but I just wanted to focus on the differences between the 4 different bale collectors there, and you can quite clearly see there's differences how they pick up and how they drop off. But yeah, really good, I think, and bit more realistic if you are working with wrapped bales, although the arm of that has just gone through the foil. Let's have a look at this. That doesn't go anywhere near the foil, does it? Let's unfold that again. Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, these could pick up wrapped bales without piercing or ripping the wrap, so it's a bit more realistic if you do want to work with wrapped square bales. So there we are, there are the options available. I think it's a DLC well worth downloading. It's only £8 or something, which isn't an awful lot of money for the DLC and the equipment that you're getting. So there we are, there are the 4 bale pickup trailers that are available. And I almost forgot to show you one of the most important parts is unloading the bales. Good thing I quickly remembered before I wrap this video up, but I'll just show you. I mean, we haven't got a full stack on obviously, but if I want to unload the bales, just press Y. Let's see what this one does. I haven't seen this in action before. So basically, what's it doing? It's just going to push them off in a long line, so it doesn't really stack them. Come on, why? Ooh, that's not very that's going to make a bit of a mess if you've got a long line of those. Let's just get up the tractor a minute and take a look. Yeah, so it's not going to make the most neat pile, it's just going to leave a bit of a wonky line. So again, that's probably one of the disbenefits of this trailer. So if you take a look at this one, this is going to be a bit more like the Arcusin, I think. Let's start the unloading process. So yeah, just pushes that down. It's got rollers, so it's not ripping the foil, I don't think. Swing round there, just holding those in place while it does that, and it just creates a nice tall 16 stack of bales. So that is going to be a lot neater than the other pile of bales. So that is one of the benefits. No, I don't want to turn the tractor off, do I? I want to head over and just quickly take a look at this one while I'm here. Start the unloading process with Y. There's only one thing I can see with this one. You're gonna struggle with the likes of the bale shed, which is over there. I will drive the other one over in a second when I've finished this. So what's this gonna do? Oh no, this is a bit like the other one. So you're just creating a long line of bales, which isn't too bad actually. Again, you're gonna have to be really careful unloading, because you can just see that what's happened there. They've just all gone all over the place. So maybe you'll do a bit better than me. So we've dropped that there. This is going to do exactly the same, I think. Just leave them in a long line of bales, which I suppose is no bad thing, because you really wouldn't want a stack of bales which are end on like that. B. And obviously when we come to this shed here, I mean each one's different on each map, but just thinking about maps that do have sale points which are inside sheds like this one, quite tight, and it doesn't turn that great, but I'll get it in. Making a pig's ear of it. Come on, doesn't help that the four-wheel steering's on. Just manoeuvre that into there, lower the platform, so moving those to the end of the platform. Oh, didn't get to see what happens, but yeah, obviously it's just the same thing. You're just leaving a long line of wrapped bales in piles of 3, and then that arm is in the way, so Y again, just to fold the platform back up again, or the trailer rather. So that is how they unload. So the only difference really is with the 2 different square bale, where this one drops them more like the round bales, just in a long line, whereas the other, the Pro, creates a nice neat stack which is better if you haven't got much space anyway. So there we are. There are the 4 trailers, the 4 bale trailers. Hopefully I've covered everything and not forgotten anything else, which I don't think I have. So I'll say until next time, bye bye.